Picture. Thank you, thank you. Video rin ako. Isa pa nga. Isa pa picture. Game. Thank you, thank you. Hindi ko na po nakasan. Yun, pugod siya. Yun o, pumogi ako. Behind the scenes. Dito ba kami?
Ngayon pala nakita na yung shoes.
Ayos ba? Common nga eh.
Parang may dumi lang sa ano. Di, joke lang.
Okay lang, di naman. Pwede mo nilation. The stage is set for the next generation of Filipino basketball stars to rise as young and hungry athletes battle for pride, glory, and the dream of reaching the big leagues. Nandito tayo sa Escopa Court in Quezon City. Ito ang nag-iisang junior MPBL D-League. And for our games today, a while ago, we had 3 sets of games between San Pedro and Mindoro. Ngayon naman, 2 sets of 21 and under. Meron pa tayo after nito, so stay tuned for that. Pero for now, meron tayong Northern Showdown between the Health Forum Manila City Ballers and the Novaliches Playmakers. So good afternoon mga ka-junior MPBL. It's Cho Pangilinan at your service. Kasama ko po Quito Limbo and Renoa Sanchez at the sideline. So good afternoon to you, Coach Quito.
Yes, happy Saturday to all of the viewers out there at sa lahat ng ating mga kaliga. We have right now the number 3 seed Novaliches versus the number 4 seed Manila Health Forum.
And to get things started, pag-usapan muna natin yung last games ng ating mga teams na maglalaban today, starting with that dominant win of Manila City Ballers against the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith.
Yes, a very convincing win in the part of Manila Health Forum when they play against Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith, where they got their first victory, 84-57. They shot very well in the field, 49%. Plus 15 in the rebounds, grabbing 49 rebounds and converting 33 points from turnovers. And their player of the game back then was Sean Errol Walhati, who made 10 points, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block.
And hopefully that'll be the case of Manila. Hopefully they'll be continuing their winning ways for this game. Pero sa kabilang banda naman, pag-usapan natin that unfortunate loss of the Novaliches Playmakers against the Caloocan Batang Kaangkali.
Yes, for Novaliches, the Caloocan gave Novaliches as their first loss of the season with the final score there was 54-60. They shot poorly in the field, shooting 28%. They shot 2 out of 25 in the 3-point range, and they let Caloocan convert 19 fast break points. And their player there who helped them try to will them off is Jedi Tever, who made 13 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block.
And hopefully that'll be a learning curve for the side of Novaliches, and hopefully they'll be able to nab the W against the Manila City Ballers in this game. Pero sa ngayon, wag na po tayong magsayang ng oras at ipasa na natin ng mikropono kay Gio Cruz.
A pleasant morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here at Escopa 3 here in Quezon City. as we bring you the continuation of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. It's the battle between the Health Forum Manila City Bowlers and Novaliches Playmakers. Now let's have the starting five, beginning with the Health Forum Manila City Bowlers. Starting guard number 7, CJ Arboleda. Other guard number 8, Henryson Nash. At forward number 3, Carol Matias. Other forward number 77, Amiel Atienza. And at center number 2, Chard Potente. Head coach is JB Martinez, assisted by Arthur Almazan, Owi Laruscain, Al Baltazar. Team manager, Gio Kaungka. Team owner, Doc Atoy Arboleda. Now let's have the starters from Novaliches Playmakers. Starting guard number 1, Victor Nuarin. Our guard number 3, Andre Gedang. At forward number 23, Jadi Dever. At forward number 56, Leo Gakrama. And man in the middle, number 22, Lance Aurigue. Head coach is KG Antalan, assisted by Arnold Garcia. Team manager, Eric Salazar. A game officials, crew chief, Nino Perez. Umpire 1, Alan Baria. And umpire 2, Noy Guevara. Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner, Mr. Kit Picasso. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino.
In our do-ride bola ng Pinoy team starters for Novaliches, it's Nuarin, Hedang, Gakrama, Dever, and Aurigue. For Manila, it's Nash, Arboleda, Atienza, Matias, and Potente. Once again, we're in our Junior MPBL D-League 21 and under. And again, our matchup, it's Kyle Serrano and the Manila City Bowlers going up against Jerry Dever and the Novaliches Playmakers. As first possession of this game, belonging to Novaliches. But that's gonna be an early, actually the first turnover for this game.
Yes, sorry turnover there for Novaliches, and that's not the right way for you to start this game.
And again, you've mentioned Novaliches losing. Unfortunately, having that heartbreak of a loss against Caloocan. So, certainly, ayaw mong mag-start ng ganun yung game mo after that one.
Yes, definitely. Especially they taste their first loss in the season. And maganda rin kasi yung defense na pinakita ng Caloocan. That's the reason why Novaliches shot poorly in the field in that game.
Definitely, efficiency has been an issue for the Playmakers, and certainly they'll look to improve that in this ball game. Pero ito namang Manila proving to be a formidable foe.
Oh, yes.
And you've talked about defense, and
Yes.
you know the likes of Arboleda can offer that to the table.
Yes, that's correct. And when you take a look at the game last time for Manila, they won their first game against Mandaluyong with a convincing win. Tinambakan nila ang Mandaluyong 84-87.
Yeah, more than convincing. Again, as we saw a lot of defensive stops
Yes.
for Manila, and leading to this big deficit, big margin rather. As first bucket of the game belonging to the Manila City Bowlers. That's courtesy of Mr. Atienza. Meanwhile, on the other side, no gonna be attacked. Dever grabs it back, another try. And it finally falls in for Novaliches.
And if Novaliches wants to win this game, it's this guy. So Denver needs to dominate the rebounds here and control the boards.
Definitely talking about Jerry Dever. The numbers don't scream too much noise.
Yes.
Close to averaging 7.6 boards. Pero if you see him on court, napakalaki ng impact because of his size.
Yes, especially in the defensive end, he can really disrupt a lot of baskets.
Meanwhile, a three-point bucket being converted by the Manila City Bowlers. Meanwhile, Victor Nuarin being aggressive, drawing that foul, and 2 freebies coming up for him.
And you can see the physicality of both teams giving each other's physical contact. No?
Again, we are in our 21 and under division, so it's no wonder the physicality, the intensity is on another level.
And Nuwarin on the line. He's averaging 18 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists.
Certainly one of the familiar names to, expected names rather, to make some noise on the side of Novaliches.
Yes, in terms of scoring.
So definitely, talking about Novaliches, they do have the instruments. Meron silang scorer in the likes of Nuwarin. Dever naman providing defense.
Yes, but again, if Dever doesn't collapse or close out with these types of defense katulad nito, makakapukol talaga si Atienza ng mga ganitong short jumpers.
Definitely, having the instruments is not as simple as just having them. It's a different story on how to use them.
Yes.
But that time it was a bucket converted by Novaliches as they're only trailing by 2. 3 minutes passing by in our ball game. Atienza has it. Pulls up. That's no good for him. And here goes the playmakers. Kakrama at the corner will drive. Nowhere to go. Oh, that was intended for Dever, but good hustle from Potente. Meanwhile, Atienza, long pass. Arboleda attacks. Arboleda, no good on the attack. He will try one more time. Potente gets blocked. But it's still with Manila as they try from deep. And they still won't hit. But Arboleda, the hustle, the fadeaway. And will that count? Yes, it'll indeed be counted.
Yes, and you need to give credit, with this guy, Potente. Really disrupting the deflected the ball on the other side and getting the offensive rebound on the other end. Great way to start the game for this guy, Potente.
So it's a 4-point gap now in favor of Manila. And not to mention, they have another possession because of that foul,
Yes.
which is the first team foul of Novaliches. Again, both teams have 1 foul each. Meanwhile, Manila having the possession. The attack, basket, and 1. Courtesy of Hikom.
And that's a strong move para dito kay Hikom. Look at that spin move, attacking the basket and using his right-hand layup.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move. That's Joshua Hikom. Make that a 5-point swing for the Manila City Ballers.
Yes, and if you're Novaliches, this is not the way you want to start the ball game.
Meanwhile, Manalastas, nowhere to go, sends it out. Aurigue finds Nuwarin inside. But that's gonna be a foul on Manila. Their second team foul, as both teams now having 2 fouls each. So that's gonna be a shooting foul and 2 freebies coming up once again for Victor Nuwarin. First one is good. Nuwarin so far has
He already
3
has
points.
3 points in the game.
I'll make that 5 points because of those 2 free throws.
Yes. And that's 5 out of the 7 points of Novaliches.
Novaliches trailing by 5. Arboleda at the right side of the arc uses the pick from Potente. Arboleda sends it out. They continue to attack. No good. Tried it off the glass. They get it one more time. Another try. And that goes in courtesy of Carol Matias.
Again, the second chance points of Manila Health Forum is really hurting a lot here para dito sa Novaliches.
Meanwhile, that's going to be, I believe, another set of free throws for Novaliches as that's Manalastas getting fouled. So there's over 5 minutes remaining in chapter number 1.
On the line, you can see Renz Manalastas, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds, playing only 8 minutes for the past 3 games of for Novaliches.
And you have to be happy to see these kinds of players get minutes because again, it's the early part of the season. You know, it's your chance to show to your coach, lalo na in this youth league, your chance to show what you can do.
Yes, 100%. And a great opportunity para dito sa mga players like Manalastas to showcase their talent at the start of this season.
And now we're seeing Kyle Serrano, the #1 scorer of Manila, averaging close to 12 points per game. Meanwhile, Atienza sends it. Serrano, the attack. Serrano all the way.
Talking about bench scoring para dito sa Manila Health Forum, itong si Serrano.
Meanwhile, Dever. And that's good on his friendly bounce.
And that's a good drop-off pass there by Kobe. Celis.
Meanwhile, here comes the Manila City Ballers trying to figure out something. Arboleda sends it out. Atienza from deep. That is short. Victor Nuanin will run, but will get fouled by Matias.
Tumawag na yung ref ng foul. Dire-diretso pa rin sila sa play.
You gotta love the intensity, of
Yeah.
course. Kahit pumito na, syempre, tuloy-tuloy pa rin. But right now, tuloy-tuloy ang possession ng Novaliches. Celis sends it inside, intercepted by Arboleda. Here comes Arboleda, will step on the brakes. Serrano almost losing it. Serrano blocked by Jerry Dever.
And that's the defense that you want to see if you're in the part of Novaliches, trying to step and sacrifice your body up.
And again, that's what Jerry Dever brings to the table. The defense, the size, the intimidation.
Yes.
Manila, they have it. Serrano pulls up. That's good for Kyle Serrano.
And those short jumpers are very effective para dito sa Manila Health Forum.
Make that first, or rather 4 points already for Kyle Serrano. Meanwhile, Manalastas from deep, he will miss it. Celis grabs the board. Celis for Novaliches, puts one in.
Kobe Celis showing his muscles in that possession.
So here comes Kyle Serrano. Correction, only has 2 points and 1 rebound. Serrano nowhere to go, sends it out. Atienza uses the pick, drops it. Good execution, unable to finish. Another try, and that's gonna be a foul as it's Manila's Antonio Santos will be taking free throws.
And that's another offensive rebound in the part of Manila Health Forum. And dun talaga nasasaktan ang Novaliches. And that's the reason why Manila is really up by 6 points here.
First one is good for Antonio Santos. Special thanks, of course, to our sponsors, Doride, Pound for Pound, Nature Spring, Don Benito's Jinky Skin, Pound Active, Winford Resort and Casino Manila, and Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant. Of course, huwag natin kalimutan ang CF Moto.
Oh,
Meanwhile, on the other side, Serrano taking flight.
wow. What a vertical leap there para dito kay Serrano. And that's his 4th point, I believe.
And if you watch their last game, you know what that guy is capable of.
Yes.
I mean, again, not the flashiest type of player, pero he can give you some buckets in many ways.
Yes.
Isa lang to. So that's 4 points already for Kyle Serrano.
And he's a great pickup off the bench para dito sa Manila.
So here goes Serrano and Manila as he runs the offense. Right side, or rather left side of the arc. Crossover, the attack, and that's no good. Here goes the playmakers. Oh, touchdown pass. Manalastas completes it.
Great leak out there para dito kay Manalastas. And great find here para dito kay Nuarin.
Villanes hands it off. Arboleda will attack. Arboleda, that's blocked once again. That was courtesy of Aurique. But possession will be staying with the Manila City Ballers. Over a minute remaining.
Ball stays with Manila. Health Forum here.
7-point gap, Manila on top. Again, under a minute remaining in chapter number 1. Serrano receives it. Serrano puts on the moves. Kyle Serrano. Last minute pass. They have nowhere to go. Good defense by Manalastas. Meanwhile, no defender inside. That's touchdown for Novaliches.
And the physical presence of Manalastas there was, makikita mo yung defensive presence niya and naka-disrupt sila ng defense, ng turnover.
Villanes to Serrano once again. Serrano loses the leather. Here comes Novaliches. Celis. Good pass. Sidestep. Unable to complete it though.
Oh, sayang yung possession na yun. Manila was in the penalty situation. They weren't able to take that opportunity.
Last 9 seconds. Villanes. The ball is in his hands. 4 seconds. Villanes. Arboleda steps back. Will fire. And will be getting fouled from the 3-point line.
And sometimes when you're too aggressive, you tend to get these types of calls. And Arboleda will have an opportunity to get 3 free throws.
CG Arboleda, first one is good. Second one on its way. And that's good. Third one on its way. As again, he was fouled on the act of shooting.
CJ Arboleda is averaging 7 points, 2 assists.
But he will miss that third freebie. Nonetheless, Manila ending this chapter number 1 with a 7-point lead, 23-16. And me and Coach Quito shall return for the start of the second period. Once again, ito po ang nag-iisang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Handang suungin ni Andre Marte ng Novaliches Playmakers ang 3.5-hour traffic from Mandaluyong to Novaliches para lamang makapag-training kasama ang kanyang kuponan. Dagdag pa nito na around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. na raw siya nakakauwi sa kanyang dorm at dagdag sa kanyang sakripisyo ay business management and accountancy pa raw ang kurso na kanyang kinukuha. Pero ginagawa niya ito para makatulong sa kanyang kuponan na mahanap ang kanilang chemistry at syempre gusto niya ring manalo upang maging stepping stone ito para makapasok siya sa NCAA League and eventually makapasok sa mga basketball pro leagues. Coach Quito?
Thank you very much, Renoa, for that report. And indeed, you know, the life of a student athlete is never easy. It's actually far from easy.
Yes, that's true. And especially trying to juggle your time to study, spending time with your family, and then plus you're gonna work and go to practice. And it takes a lot of your it gives a lot of mental health din talaga.
Not only that, I mean, for you to have high aspirations to make it to leagues such as the NCAA, it's extra hard.
Yes, that's true.
Meanwhile, the first bucket of our second period belonging to Renz Manalastas of Novaliches. Serrano has the basketball. And that's good on that wild floater.
Yes. And you can see there's a challenge already there in that shot. Pero si Serrano, hindi siya na aalangan in those types of baskets.
Meanwhile, Chester Garcia able to give 2 more points to Novaliches. And the lead is at 5. Serrano handles the leather, puts on the moves. This time it's Villanes from the kaboom!
Great shot there by Villanes. Over the outstretched arms of his opponent.
Make that an 8-point gap in favor of Manila. Oh, the defense being shown as Serrano breaks away.
A great steal there by Serrano, and that's a 10th point already para dito kay Serrano.
Speaking of 10 points, it's a 10-point lead for Manila, 30-20, as a nature spring timeout called by Coach KG of Novaliches. We'll return after this short break. (30-20) again. It's a 10-point gap in favor of the Manila City Ballers after that breakaway layup from Kyle Serrano, who has 10 points, by the way, in this ball game. And on the other side, it's Victor Nuarin and Renz Manalastas with 5 points each, leading the charge for the playmakers. Dever, nowhere to go. Good passing. Aurigue almost lost it. Aurigue sends it out. Nuarin from deep. He won't hit. They will get it back though. But wait a minute. No basket is counted, but a foul going to be called on Manila.
And finally, they got an offensive rebound there in the part of Novaliches.
Nambi from deep. He won't hit. That's going to be a foul called on Novaliches, their first team foul of chapter number 2.
Yes, and you can see the height disparity between both teams, as Novaliches are much taller than Manila, but Manila knows how to box out well and knows how to position well.
Certainly the reason why, visually they're dominating the boards against Novaliches. Meanwhile, the possession is with the Manila City Ballers. Matias putting on the moves, has 3 seconds, sends it out. Last minute 3-point attempt.
Good
That's
read.
short. They will get it back though. And that's good on the floater coming from John Paulo Beltran.
Again, those second chance points is really hurting Novaliches in this game.
Beltran gets it. Try to drop it, but it's stolen back by Manalastas. And here comes Victor Nuarin, putting on the moves. Oh! Could have been a highlight play.
Yeah.
Hindi nga lang niya napasok. Pero 2 free throws coming up for Victor Nuarin.
It's a great spin move there by Nuarin. Just didn't finish the basket. Look at that spin move. Oh, and the contact.
Everything but the bucket for Nuarin. But the first freebie is good for him. Three minutes passing by in chapter number 2. And it's still a 10-point lead for Manila. Hicom will attack. Joshua Hicom. Almost an end one. Again, as he got an earlier end one a while ago. But right now, it's going to be 2 freebies for him.
And that's a smart play there by Hicom. He did a fake handoff play there.
So far, Joshua Hicom has 3 points and 1 rebound. And is actually averaging close to 3 points and 3 rebounds. And he will go 1 out of 2 on his trip to the line. And makes it an 11-point gap in favor of the Manila City Ballers. Meanwhile, Victor Nuarin will bring it down. Victor Nuarin still with him, sends it inside. Good find to Nambi.
Good find there by Nuarin to Nambi.
So they cut the lead to just 9, single digits. Meanwhile, Beltran will fire from deep and will make it.
Surprisingly, the height of Novaliches hindi na challenge, no, ang Manila Health Forum.
Meanwhile, that ball was stolen by Manila. Novaliches gets it back. Nuarin behind the back move. Victor Nuarin will attack off the glass. Coast to coast sequence plus the foul for Victor Nuarin.
Another N1 basket there by Nuarin, giving himself his 10th point in the game.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move again. Victor Nuarin, a chance to make it a 3-point play. But right now we'll be turning it over to Rinoa Sanchez for a report. After this timeout, of course, as Manila still up just by 9 points, single digits. Under 6 minutes remaining in chapter number 2. And we shall return after this Nature Spring timeout.
Assistant Coach Owie of Health Forum with Doc Atoy Manila City Ballers mentioned na 4 of their big mans, Luwalhati, Aloro, and Hernandez are not available right now dahil meron daw itong mga exams. Dagdag pa sa kanilang challenge ay wala ang kanilang star player na si Val Mercado dahil na-injury ito having a partial tear in his ligaments na kailangan ng operation. This unfortunate event resulted to him being out of the ball game for the remainder of the season. The coaches are expecting the 3 big man to fill the void. However, wala rin sila for today's game. Jo, Coach Kito.
Wow. Thank you very much, Rinoa, for that report. And yun na nga, you know, it's actually the usual case of a couple of players,
Yes.
key players pa, being absent for your squad.
Yes, and not only that, out for the remainder of the season, one of their teammates, and that's a big blow.
Lalo na Val Mercado, if you've watched the last game of Manila, you know what kind of contributions he can make.
Yes.
Big man palalo. So masakit
yes.
talaga. It's not easy to find a big guy in the Philippines.
Yes, that's true. And not only that, no, a guy who can score on his own, and you know, someone who can really be dependable in defense.
Exactly. A guy who you can anchor your defense on.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention, wala pa yung iba na dapat papalit sa kanya.
Yes.
So, to make matters worse, pero mukhang hindi naman ang problema yung Manila.
Yes.
As they're up by, 9 points.
And it's a good thing to see, no, other players stepping up in the absence of their teammates.
Meanwhile, Nuarin from deep. He won't hit, but the putback is good by number 10 of Novaliches. That's John Taroy.
And a great offensive rebound there by Taroy.
And here goes Manila City Ballers. Matias using the pick. Will send it out. They have 5 seconds to work with. Almost a half-court shot. No good coming from Bugarin. Novaliches will have possession. Here they go, the attack. Oh, that's good. Courtesy of Kobe Celis.
What a layup there by Kobe Celis, challenging a taller defender.
And just like that, the playmaker is able to cut the lead to just 5 of Manila after this attack, fearless attack coming from Kobe Celis. Nature Spring timeout called. We shall return.
warning on number 28, Draco Bugarin, for faking a foul.
38 to 33. Again, it's a 5-point gap after that impressive mini run of Novaliches. But let's see if they can maintain that kind of play. As Arboleda to turn the ball over to the playmakers.
And that's very unfortunate para dito sa Manila. Nag-timeout pa sila of that possession just to try to stop the momentum of Novaliches.
Nuarin sends it to the other side of the wing. Kobe Celis will use the pick or will reject the pick from Dever. Oh, what a find! You gotta love the vision of Celis. Hindi nga lang naipasok nito ni John Taroy.
I was thinking of giving it a reverse layup, no? Pero it was a behind the back pass.
Very illusional pass coming from Celis that time. Pero napasok naman ni Taro yung first freebie niya. So, tingnan natin kung sulit yung pag-foul. Or yung hindi pagpasok. Sayang naman yung assist ni Kobe Celis.
Oo.
Eh, mukhang sulit naman.
Minsan-minsan lang nag-a-assist si Kobe eh.
So 2 points is 2 points. As it's John Taroy converting on all freebies on that trip. Meanwhile, the lead is just at 3 points. A single possession game. Cirano, he has 8 seconds. Kyle Cirano sends it out. Apparently will send it out to nobody and will turn the ball over to the playmakers.
And Serrano just got back in. And it seems like nakuha na ng Novaliches yung physicality na gusto nilang makita in terms of defense.
Nuarin almost lost it, will continue to do so. And here comes Kyle Cirano. Handoff pass. That's Atienza scoring.
And that's another conversion of a turnover para dito sa Manila.
Oh, what a fake. Step back, three-pointer is good for Victor Nuarin.
And he's the reason why Novaliches is clinging up in this game. And Nuarin already has 13 points.
13 big points for Novaliches. Make that just a 2-point lead for Manila. Atienza no good on that short stab attempt. Meanwhile, Nuarin once again. Not that time, but Dever cleans up his teammates' miss.
Nice trailing by Dever, getting that offensive rebound. And don't look now, it's a tie ball game.
All 40, we have a deadlock. Oh, good defense by Celis. Kobe Celis all the way.
Very smart move there by Celis. Tried to separate himself with his opponent.
So now Novaliches on the driver's seat, up by 2 points. Arboleda being pressured, almost losing it. CJ Arboleda. Oh, that's gonna be a foul called on Taroy. So possession will remain with Manila, as that'll be the third team foul of Novaliches.
Yes, they don't have to worry about their foul troubles this time. I mean, their penalty situation. Hindi naman sila penalty situation.
So right now, again, it's a 2-point lead by Novaliches after that put back from Jerry Dever. Meanwhile, over a minute remaining, Victor Nuarin seems to have gotten hit on the groin area. Pero mukhang itatayo na lang niya to. So a nature spring timeout going to be called by Coach KG as he'll try to recalibrate the strategies of the Novaliches playmakers. Again, they're up by 2, a minute and 14 remaining in chapter number 2. 42-40 again. 2-point gap in favor of the Novaliches playmakers. Over a minute remaining in chapter number 2. And possession now with Novaliches.
And this is the first lead of Novaliches in this game.
Exactly, and hopefully they'll be able to maintain this kind of performance. And Celis gives it to Dever. Dever, mid-range jumper, no good for Jetty. Here comes Serrano to Arboleda. This time, Villanes from deep. Kaboom!
Nice shot there by number 55. That's Steven Villanes.
So Manila regains back the lead just by 1 point. As Celis, nowhere to go. Sends it inside, good passing. Gakrama from deep. He won't hit it. Oh, Dever gets it back.
Just in the right time para dito kay Dever.
Apparently, Potente tried to knock it out off him.
Yes.
Pero kita mo naman gaano kalaki itong si Jerry Dever. You will have to throw the ball stronger. Last 4 seconds. Villanes sends it out. Arboleda from deep. And that'll be it for the first 2 chapters of this book between the Manila City Ballers and the Novaliches Playmakers. Manila up by just 1, 43-42. And we'll return after our halftime break. And once again, ito po ang nag-iisang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Mga kaliga, patuloy po kayong sumusubaybay sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League at kasama po natin ngayong hapon si Coach Arnold Garcia ng Novaliches Playmakers. Magandang hapon po sa inyo, Coach. Coach, kanina napag-usapan po natin na your team is trying to bounce back, Coach. Pero Coach, gusto nyong iwasan yung mga turnovers since yun po yung nakapagpatalo po sa inyo last time. And sinasabi nyo, Coach, na gusto nyo itong bawasan ngayon. Pero Coach, looking at your stats, nasa 10 na po yung turnovers, Coach, na napoproduce ng team nyo.
Okay, that's why nag-adjust kami. Medyo nabahala kami dun sa turnover namin, kaya nagkaroon kami ng adjustment. Nag-usap kami ni Coach KG at nila Eric na magkaroon kami adjustment. So, nakita natin, adjust kami, less turnover, nakabalik kami.
Ayan, Coach, speaking of adjustment and less turnovers, nakita nga po natin sa scoreboard na lamang na po kayo sa score ngayon. So, Coach, question, how do you plan to maintain that momentum going into the second half?
Same intensity na ginawa naming depensa, and at the same time, focus dun sa lessen the turnovers. Ilang naman ang factor para makuha mo yung gusto mo makuha sa panalo
Coach, baka may gusto po kayong pasalamatan na patuloy na sumusuporta po sa inyong koponan.
I would like to thank our team owner, si Congressman PM Vargas, yung pinakamagaling naming congressman ng 5th District ng Quezon City. At the same time, yung aming team governor, si Gov. Eric Salazar, for the support sa aming team, ang aming head coach, si Chris Antalan, ang mga iba naming coaches, aming mga sponsors, and at the same time, yung Novaliches community. Iyon lang.
Thank you po, Coach Arnold, and good luck po on your games po. And mga kaliga, kayo pa rin po ay nanonood ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, The first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos. Ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring. #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready. Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Boss I and University of Batangas for hosting today's game.
44-43. It's a 1-point gap in favor of the Novaliches Playmakers. And so far, actually both teams able to almost cancel out each other as it's just a close game in the first quarter. Manila was able to score 23 compared to Novaliches 16.
Yes.
Pero sa next quarter naman, bumawi itong Novaliches, able to score 28
Yes.
against only the 20 of Manila.
Yes, that's true. And during the second quarter, dun lumamang ang Novaliches. And all throughout the first quarter, lamang dito ang Manila. As you can see the stats here, halftime stats, Novaliches is shooting pretty well in the field, shooting 58% in the field compared to 47% of Manila. Rebounding naman, dikit naman sila eh. 17 rebounds for Novaliches, 15 rebounds for Manila. When it comes to assists, the Novaliches is +6 in that category in terms of turnovers. Manila naman has 9 turnovers compared to 11 turnovers for Novaliches.
And if we're gonna credit Manila for doing something great at the first half, it's gonna be their 3-point shooting. I mean, they've already made 4 out of 11
Yes.
of their 3-pointers compared to only 1 out of 7 of Novaliches.
Yes, 100%. And not only that, no, the defense of Novaliches in the first quarter was pretty solid doing those press that led to a lot of turnovers of Novaliches. And dun naka-convert ang Manila. Whereas in the second quarter, it looks like Novaliches can sustain the pressure, the full court pressure of Manila, and was able to take care of the ball more. And that's the reason why nakalamang sila dito sa game na ito.
Pero doon naman bumawi yung Novaliches. Again, you've mentioned the fast break points. They're +6 in that department.
Yes.
And of course, sa assist department din, sila yung lamang. So, you know, Novaliches not doing a bad job either.
Yes. Kuha na ng Manila City Ballers in the second quarter yung type of shots na gusto nila makuha in the first quarter.
But right now, it's certainly looking good, not only for Novaliches, but for Manila. As both teams seem to have found already their groove. Right now, it's a matter of who can do it consistently. As Arboleda will turn the ball over.
And Arboleda was wide open in that sequence, in that possession.
Meanwhile, Kobe Celis will reject the pick from Auriga. He will send it out. Gakrama, the pull-up, no good from him. That's going to be a whistle.
And it's an offensive foul there.
So Manila will now have possession as first team foul called on Novaliches.
Serrano is checking back in for Manila Health Forum.
So it's Serrano and Arboleda for the backcourt. As Atienza has the ball for Manila. Picked up by Gakrama. Atienza to Arboleda. Potente has it. Hands it off. Atienza. They have 4 seconds. Matias from deep. No good on that shot. But they will get it back. Serrano. Another send out. Matias. Wild shot. No good. Good defense from Taroy.
And that's a great defense in the part of Novaliches.
Nuarin, the pick from Taroy. He will fire from deep. Kaboom!
Great shot there by Nuarin coming from a pick and roll. And again, the defense of Novaliches really stepping up.
Atienza against Nuarin. Atienza, the pull-up. No good from him. Great rebound from Taroy. Here comes Celis. High pass. Auriga inside. And Potente fouling him. So that's gonna be 2 freebies for Auriga.
Yung 2 consecutive possessions ng Manila, if you observe it, the ball is just sticking in the middle of the court on the top area, and nothing's happening there.
So as of right now, Novaliches playing better defense. First freebie is good for Novaliches' number 22, Auriga.
And Auriga is averaging 7.7 rebounds. A big guy for Novaliches.
2 out of 2, make that a 6-point lead for Novaliches.
Not only that, no, very underrated yung free throws nila ng Novaliches. They're shooting 11 out of 13 already in the free throw.
So only missing 2 free throws so far in this game. Pero sa kabilang banda naman, already 8 free throws missed.
Yes.
Talking about Manila, this time, Kakrama able to get it for Novaliches. So good find. Auriga will complete it.
What a pass there by Kobe Celis.
So Novaliches slowly but surely steering away from their opponents. Serrano to Arboleda. Wild shot. No good from CJ. But that's out of bounds and possession will be going back to Novaliches.
And you can see the tentativeness ng Manila bowlers in terms of their body language. So medyo tentative na sila tumira with their comfort zones.
However, that time, it was a good defensive effort from Manila to give them the possession back. 14 seconds to shoot for them. Serrano directing the offense. Kyle Serrano, the pick. Steps back, sends it out to Arboleda. He fires from deep. That's no good. And Taro will be getting fouled by Kyle Serrano.
Another great defense para dito sa Novaliches. As you can see, that matchup between Serrano and Celis, medyo nahihirapan si Serrano to create his own basket.
Meanwhile, the attack, Nuwarin, no good. And here comes Kyle Serrano up and running. Serrano almost loses it, will continue to do so, and will turn the ball over to Novaliches.
And that's the 12th turnover para dito sa Manila Health Forum.
It's starting to hurt them. But right now, we'll be turning it over to Rinoa Sanchez for a report.
The Batman of the Team Manila City Ballers, as his teammates call him, indeed has a heroic story. Kapansin-pansin ang black mask sa mukha ni CJ Arboleda dahil natamo niya raw ito after a motor crash incident last April. Wala raw nag-expect na masusurvive niya itong accident, pero nagkaroon siya ng second life at after 2 months lang ay nakabalik na siya agad sa basketball. Pero pang lifetime na raw ang mask nito, but his mask is a symbol of his immense passion greater than any setbacks. Gentlemen?
Wow.
Thank you very much, Rinoa, for that report.
And it's nice to see Arboleda to be back in the court after that major accident.
And not only back, he's playing very good and contributing big time for his team. That time, it's Victor Nuwarin getting fouled. And it'll be 2 freebies coming up for Victor Nuwarin.
And this Victor Nuwarin, he's the reason why Novaliches is up here by 9 points. He started the game very aggressively for his team. And because of his aggressiveness, ang daming opportunities na lumalabas out of his aggressiveness.
Victor Nuwarin, the second leading scorer of Novaliches, averaging close to 18 per game. Right now, it's gonna be Manila ball. They're down by 10. Again, they were up by 10 a while ago. Ngayon sila naman. But it's gonna be blocked. They're able to recover with a putback. Here goes Kobe Celis and Novaliches. Celis, the pull-up inside a key jumper. That's good.
And that's a great read para dito kay Celis. He knew that he had an open lane there and he take that jumper.
Meanwhile, almost a turnover. As Novaliches displaying good defense. Meanwhile, Manila continuing to struggle. Nambi gets it. And here goes Celis, the attack. Oh! Could have been a highlight. But Celis overcooked that shot.
Mahirapan ka talaga umatake if you're always guarded by Celis or even itong si Nuarin.
Meanwhile, Manila has it. Moldera. Nowhere to go. Will hand it off. The three-point attempt. That won't fall. Rebound Aurigue. Kobe Celis bringing it down once again for Novaliches. Gakrama from deep. Boom!
He's been looking that shot and finally he got his first basket of this game.
Let's take another look on this corner dish from Celis to Gakrama, making a 13-point lead for Novaliches. Nature Spring timeout called by Manila. 4 minutes, 4 seconds remain in chapter number 3. (58-45). 13-point gap in favor of Novaliches. After that, Gakrama, 3-point attempt from the corner. Meanwhile, Serrano quick to answer back. But a basket and one. A chance to make it a 3-point play. Kyle Serrano wasting no time. As we see this pound for a pound fitness foul counted move.
He's been trying to look for his basket and finally in this third quarter nakakuha siya ng basket. And that's it's his 13th point in the game.
However, he missed that bonus freebie. Novaliches. Victor Nuari, nowhere to go. Aurigue up top. Oh, that pass was too strong. Gakrama lost it.
Sayang yung possession na yun because Gakrama was wide open.
Here goes Kyle Serrano and the Manila City Ballers. Matias attacks. Matias. Definitely challenged by Aurigue, but will be getting fouled. And 2 freebies coming up for Carol Matias.
Carol Matias, he's averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
But in this game already has 6 points. So doubled his average already. He cuts the lead of Novaliches to 10. But a chance to make it even closer. And he will indeed do that. 9-point gap only for Novaliches. Chester Garcia. It's Hedang back to Garcia. He brings it down for the playmakers. Chester Garcia uses the pick from his teammate. That's going to be an offensive foul, an illegal pick.
And that's a 14th turnover para dito sa Novaliches.
Here goes Kyle Serrano, the spin. A foul called on Manila, or rather on Novaliches. So Manila will be shooting now penalty freebies.
And this is a good opportunity for Manila to trim the lead since Novaliches is in the penalty situation.
Meanwhile, the lead is cut to 8. Andre Hedang, nowhere to go, and that's gonna be another foul. This time naman penalty freebies going to be given to Novaliches.
Yes, and we're gonna walk on the other court since penalty situation na rin itong Manila. And on the line, you see Garcia, and this is his first debut for the part of representing Novaliches, and he has 3 points already and 1 assist.
And Hedang will make it a 10-point lead once again for Novaliches. Under 3 minutes remaining in chapter number 3. And that's gonna be another pair of freebies given to Manila.
And you can see talaga na physical yung ginagawa nila kay Serrano.
Another look as we see the spin from Serrano, pero Hedang on purposely fouling itong si Serrano. So again, 2 freebies coming up for Kyle.
Because for sure Novaliches knows, there's a flagrant foul.
Right, the call, or rather in the
The
amateur?
call was upgraded to flagrant foul.
Yeah, or the term in the amateur is unsportsmanlike foul.
Unsportsmanlike foul. Because Novaliches definitely knew that Serrano is the guy who will create plays para dito sa Manila. So Novaliches is trying to wear him down as early as they can.
So another freebie for Kyle Serrano as he overcooks the last one. And he overcooks it once again. But another possession will be given to Manila. Matias, sideline inbound. 14 seconds to shoot for Manila. Serrano. This time, Manila. Matias from deep. And no good from Carol Matias. Kyle Serrano will get it back though. Matias has it once again. High shot off the glass. That's good for him.
Great basket off traffic there para kay Matias.
Meanwhile, good passing. Oh, and good fake
Wow.
coming from Novaliches' Rufus Eligado. On the other side, Villanes, corner pocket 3. He won't hit it. This time it's Nambi. Sends it to the corner. They fire from deep. Garcia in and out of that shot. Delgado gets it back. Eligado, no good. Oh, that's good, rather.
Yes, this is a great read there by number 21, Eligado.
So that's what, 4 points already for Rufus Eligado
Yes.
in less than 2 minutes played. Meanwhile, good defense from Bugarin. And he attacked but will be getting fouled by Rufus Eligado. So 2 freebies coming up for Manila's number 28, Draco Bugarin.
And slowly you can see Manila hindi na makuha yung open shots na hinahanap nila since the first quarter.
Certainly that has been the issue for them. And of course, another issue was the previously mentioned free throw shooting.
The free throw woes para dito sa Manila.
And in terms of 3-point attempts, medyo nakabalik na yung Novaliches. They're 3 out of 10.
Correct.
Meanwhile, Celis Nambi back to Celis. Over a minute remaining in chapter number 3. Elegado from deep. Kaboom!
Talking about quality minutes para dito kay Elegado. What a shot there.
Played already close to 6 minutes and has 7 points.
Yeah, big time minutes para dito kay Elegado.
Meanwhile, no good from Villanes. Elegado gets the rebound. Meanwhile, Celis finds the open Chester Garcia, but he fumbles that shot. On the other side, Villanes. He gets fouled.
Manila dodge a bullet out there. Missing a wide open layup itong si Garcia. Again, another opportunity for Manila to score a basket in the free throw.
They're down by 15 as Manila continues to miss on the free throw line.
And they're just shooting 47% in the free throw.
Second freebie on its way. Villanes will go 1 out of 2 as there's 31 seconds remaining in our third chapter. Meanwhile, here comes Novaliches. They're able to cross half court. Celis will attack. Oh, and that's gonna be a foul called on Manila, so that's another pair of free throws for the playmakers.
And it's a questionable foul there in the part of Manila kasi nakawala na si Celis eh. Hinabol pa nila.
Our officials having a conversation with CG Arboleda. But nonetheless, it's gonna be indeed freebies for Kobe Celis. As so far he has 10 points, 3 boards, and 7 dimes in this ballgame. Play close to already 22 minutes in this competition. Again,
And this is his first, this is his debut as well. Itong si Kobe Celis.
and indeed, you know, owning the playmaker moniker of Novaliches. Again, he has 7 assists.
Oo.
So freebie number 1 on its way for Kobe Celis. His first one is good. 20 seconds remaining in our quarter. As Celis, second freebie on its way. Kobe Celis will go 2 out of 2. And it'll be a 16-point lead for Novaliches.
And 88% in the free throw para dito sa Novaliches.
Coach KG has to be happy with that fact. Meanwhile, short. Last 5 seconds remaining. Intercepted. Bugari, last minute shot. That'll do it for our first 3 chapters. It's 69 to 53, a 16-point lead as the Novaliches playmakers on the driver's seat, at least for now. We'll return for the start of our 4th period. Once again, ito pong nag-iisang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
At the end of the third quarter, the score is 69 to 53 in favor.
sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Yeah.
(69-53). Make that a 16-point lead in favor of the Novaliches Playmakers as we head into our fourth and final period. And again, after trailing by a bunch, Novaliches able to climb up back in this ball game.
Yes.
And managing a 16-point lead at the end of the third period.
Yes, and in the third period, Manila only converted 10 points. Samantalang ito si Novaliches, 25 points.
So that alone will tell you the story of that third period. Sabi nga nila, it's where the magic happens, the third quarter.
Oh, yes.
Usually where teams collapse or where teams elevate their gameplay.
Yes. And sometimes in that quarter, dun matitest yung character ng isang team.
So right now, possession with the Playmakers. So Selly's still being given some quality minutes. Meanwhile, corner three, that's good, courtesy of Chester Garcia.
That's a nice shot there by Garcia. And the kick-out pass there by Nuarin.
The first bucket of Novaliches is a three-pointer. Meanwhile, Beltran will lose it, but it stays with them. Good defense from Elegado. Manila, they're trailing by a lot. And no good on that three-point shot. Nuarin grabs the board. So make that now a 17-point lead for Novaliches.
And Novaliches, kita mo, gigil na gigil pa rin sila. And trying to get quick baskets instead of being patient.
17, even higher than the 16.
Oh yeah.
Na tinapos ng Novaliches. Yung third quarter, of course. Meanwhile, that is gonna be a missed three-pointer coming from Atienza. Selly's crossover move. Almost losing it. Good defense from Arboleda. You gotta love the hustle from him. But it's still with Novaliches. Wait a minute, that's gonna be a traveling call. Again, 17-point gap. Still in favor of the Playmakers. Manila struggling. Bugarin from deep. And they continue to struggle.
In first quarter, you can see their threes are hitting up. Their short jumpers are hitting
up. So
and knowing Arboleda, he's a very physical player then. So he knows na he'll get those types of contacts.
Exactly. I think he knows what's coming.
Oh.
But nonetheless, good to see him playing good things to come.
And that's Bugarin's first basket.
At that time, it's Kobe Selly's
first basket.
At that time, it's Kobe Selly's once again making some noise. So it's Vilianis that time, no good for him.
And Kobe Celis is slowly filling up the stat sheets with 12 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
And triple-double watch for Kobe Celis. Meanwhile, Dever able to sink that three-pointer. But we're seeing CJ Arboleda on the ground.
Angle, parang wala namang ginawa si Reyes doon.
I mean, he is tall, so siguro hindi niya namalaya na natamaan niya pala itong si CJ Arboleda. And again, Arboleda was wearing a mask, so, you know, you gotta wonder, ganun ba kalakas itong si Rafael Reyes?
Let's see it again. I don't... Oh.
Oh, so the camera wasn't able to get
capture
it on time. Pero Arboleda still on the ground right now. So again, that makes us wonder, ganun ba kalakas yung naging hit nito ni Reyes. So again, it's really hard to conclude whether that was intentional coming from Reyes or not, because simply he's just a tall fellow.
Yes. And Arboleda was just hit by his shoulders.
But right now, Arboleda is still on the ground. And our medical team talking to him. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And again, Manila will need his services considering they are trailing by 23. So it'll definitely be a big hit. Again, wala na si Val Mercado. Wala pa yung dalawang big man na dapat papalit sa kanya. And ngayon, possibly baka mawala pa itong si CJ Arboleda.
Hindi naman in-extend ni Reyes yung shoulder nor his elbow in that sequence.
So finally, CJ Arboleda standing up. Seems to be okay.
It's good to see that he's standing up.
Yeah, pero he still seems startled. Yun pala yung itsura ni CJ Arboleda. Again, he's wearing a mask all the time, so we wouldn't know. Pero ngayon, tinanggal na niya finally. And good to see him walking towards the bench. And again, he seems okay. So again, one more look. So the three coming from Dever. And then Reyes. Again, we're not sure if...
Nakababa naman yung shoulders and elbows niya. He didn't extend it and all.
So again, we're not sure if that was on purpose. Pero our officials will nonetheless call an unsportsmanlike foul against Luis Reyes. Again, we're seeing still Arboleda having an ice pack to his head.
Pero kasi prior to that, I saw the ref giving a warning already to Reyes because things are getting chippy between Atienza and Reyes. Kaya siguro nabigyan na siya ng unsportsmanlike in this call between Arboleda and Reyes.
And luckily for Reyes, undoubtedly Novaliches has some room to commit some kinds of mistakes like those. Kasi 23-point lead. But if this was a close game, that's gotta be a different story.
Yes, that's true. But yet again, it's 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. A lot of basketball left.
First freebie is good for Kyle Serrano. As we're seeing on our screens, of course, our executive director, Sir J.R. Navarro, tuning into our games, of course, here in Escopa covered court in the biggest city in the Philippines, Quezon City. So Kyle Serrano will go 1 out of 2, or rather 2 out of 2. Pero yun nga lang supalpal ni Jerry Dever. Meanwhile, Manila able to get back the basketball, and Bugarin, what a move coming from Bugarin.
What a hang time move there by Bugarin.
So Manila looking determined. They cut the lead to 19. L.A. Gakrama will attack. Sidestep. And no good for Gakrama. Here goes Villanes. 3-point attempt. Won't go in, but he come good on the putback. 6-0 run for Manila.
Again, the second chance points of Manila. Dun sila nabubuhay. And let's see if they continue to make a run here.
Pero Victor Luwarin just foiling the plans of Manila with
Yeah.
this basket and one. Get a chance to make a 3-point play. Way to ruin your opponent's plans. Pound for pound fitness foul counted move.
And that's a sidestep na ginawa nito ni Nuwarin, evading the contact of his opponent. And that's the 22nd point already of Nuwarin. +1, so 23 points.
Novaliches' lead back to 20. And not to mention, they're missing the services of CJ Arboleda. And of course, Val Mercado, who was absent
Yes.
completely, or will be absent completely this season.
Yes, that's true. And nakita mo na he will be surely missed in the part of Manila City Ballers.
Meanwhile, Villanes, first freebie is good. Second freebie on its way. And he cuts it to 18. As there's over 5 minutes remaining. Victor Nuwarin, though on the other side, no one was there to pick up Nuwarin.
And that's a great leak out pass para dito sa Novaliches. Seeing an open guy.
Meanwhile, Bugarin, intercepted by Victor. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kobe Sellings taking flight. Kyle Serrano, unable to answer back.
Yeah. Novaliches really shut down Serrano here.
But Serrano will get it back. Villanes, unable to complete it. Eliga Krama getting called for the foul. And 2 freebies coming up for Stephen Villanes. So far has 9 points in this ball game. Same with Carol Matias. Kyle Serrano leading the charge with 15 for Manila.
And the part of Serrano, the other players are just scoring 10 points or less. And definitely we need, or rather Manila needs to get a bucket other than Serrano.
So 3 players coming from Novaliches in double figures, namely Nuwarin with 25, Dever with 13, and Celis with 16. So the lead is back to 20. Nuwarin on the attack. Nuwarin, no good. Serrano and Manila will continue to attack. Joshua Hicom, no good on that lane. Serrano gets it back against Celis. Serrano puts one up. That won't fall. Hicom, another try. Still not falling. They have another try, but finally a foul. But wait a minute, an unsportsmanlike foul going to be called on Kobe Celis. You have to see that one more time.
Yes.
What exactly happened? Oh, not an unsportsmanlike foul. Oh yes, indeed. An unsportsmanlike foul.
So at the line, you see Serrano shooting 2 free throws, but he misses the first one.
And the free throw line is not Manila's friend for today. As Serrano will go 1 out of 2. And another possession will be given to Manila. And again, you know, 2 unsportsmanlike fouls in the quarter for Novaliches.
Yes.
Again, they do have undoubtedly the luxury to do that.
Yes.
Pero in the long run, you know, you don't want them to develop that habit.
Yes, that's true. And especially, we're still early in the season. So, they, for sure, the coach of Coach KG will surely give that point of emphasis after this game.
Meanwhile, Serrano. Back to the action right here again. It's a 14-point gap in favor of the Novaliches playmakers. As slowly Time is running out. Stas still no good for them. Villanes. And the lay, and that's good for Hicom.
And that's a 10th point already by Hicom.
And it's still a 14-point gap. Back to the action again. It's a 12-point gap, 90-78 in favor of the playmakers. But Manila more than determined to come back into this ball game. Celis to Nuarin. Victor Nuarin drop pass. Taroy, no good. Manila.
And I'm wondering how come Novaliches is rushing their possession.
So Novaliches getting called for the foul. And again, they are in the penalty. So 2 freebies coming up for Potente. First one is good. A chance to make it just 10.
Yes. And Potente on the line. He has 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist.
2 out of 2 for Potente. And more importantly, just a 10-point lead for Novaliches. Over 2 minutes remaining. Celis almost losing it. Nowhere to go, and a foul. Going to be called on Matias. So luckily for them, they had one more foul to give. So now, both teams, no more fouls to give.
And for Novaliches, they just need to settle down and milk the clock here.
But that is easier said than done against this tight Manila defense. As Celis misses that attack.
They need to settle down.
Nuarin, nowhere to go. Will continue to attack. Victor Nuarin silencing the crowd. But teams that have gotten hit somewhere. Actually, meron iba pang tinamaan.
Yes, oo. And that's Potente for Manila. Who's down, and now he's up already.
So the lead is up to 12 once again. Let's take another look on this Victor Nuarin. Cold-blooded attack. To continue to punish Manila. Again, another look. Already having 27 points. Is that guy, Victor Nuarin. And add 2 rebounds and 5 dimes to that stat line.
And when you combine the Nuarin and Celis, that's 43 points combined for both of these players.
And not to mention Jerry Dever as well, contributing 13.
Oh, yes.
So again, that's 3 players of Novaliches in double figures. And 2 of them having 5 or more assists.
Yes.
Actually, both guards pa nga in Celis and Nuarin.
Endeavor has 13.7 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Villanes off the glass. No good, but that's going to be 2 freebies coming up for Manila. So a chance to make it just a 10-point gap once again.
And Potente. Another chance for Potente to cut this lead to 10.
First one on its way, and it's good.
And kahit naman paano where it counts, nakakashoot naman ang Manila sa free throws.
I mean, Potente went 2 out of 2 on his last trip. Let's see if he can repeat it. And he can. So perfect trips for Potente. And cuts it to just 10 for Novaliches. But still, it's just a minute and 40 remaining. Arboleda tried to swipe away that basketball. Kobicelis, the one to bring it out. So Matias and Taroy getting a little bit chippy. Celis finds Nuwarin. Back to Celis. Kobicelis changing gears. Will lose the leather though. Matias has it. This time it's Serrano. Kyle Serrano has it. Villanes. Nowhere to go. Potente fade away. No good from him. Novaliches will finally decide to burn some time. Nuwarin crossover move. Taroy back to Nuwarin. Give and go action for Novaliches. Manila just completely collapsing on that defensive sequence.
Yes, and that might be the dagger for this game. And that's a nice give and go play for the part of Novaliches.
Nature Spring timeout called. And again, what an execution coming from Novaliches. That guy has 29 points. Talking about Victor Nuwarin. Nature Spring timeout. Last 1 minute remaining. 12-point lead for Novaliches. Matias still going to that fadeaway. Slowly but surely Novaliches seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Less than a minute remaining in our ball game. Celis changing gears. Being double teamed. Stolen by Matias. Here comes Matias. Try to drop it last minute to Potente. That's going to be out of bounds.
And Celis needs to be a good facilitator here in the part of Novaliches if they want to learn something here. He already committed 3 turnovers for the past 4 minutes of the game.
Another Nature Spring timeout called as Manila, they're down by 12. 38 seconds remaining in our ball game. .38 seconds remaining in our ball game. Novaliches with a comfortable lead right here of 12. Again, slowly but surely, the playmakers seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Again, they lost in their last game, so winning this one would definitely feel good.
Yes.
Manila having possession. They have nowhere to go. Serrano inside. Great defensive effort. But Potente puts it back in anyway. So the lead is back at 10, but there's just under 30 seconds remaining. So not really looking good for the City Ballers. Manila will now foul intentionally.
Yes.
But all the more reason for this guy to score 30 and to finally bury Manila even deeper.
And this will be a tough loss para dito sa Manila. They had a great first half already, and it's just that they weren't able to sustain yung aggressiveness nila and being tough despite of being played physically, defensively.
Not to mention again, they won their last game against Mandaluyong, but now they will fall to the Novaliches playmakers. Definitely not the best feeling. And they'll be climbing down or going down
Yes.
to 1-3, and Novaliches ito ang aakyat
Yes.
as the playmakers will improve to 3-1. And again, a lot of debut players for them, including Celis and Garcia. And for Manila naman, bad news as Val Mercado out for the season. And for this game naman, marami din silang na-miss na key players.
Yes.
And Arboleda, not to mention, na wala pa ng ilang minutes. So that really took a hit on them.
Oh yeah. And he only made 4 points in this game.
Yeah, but again, we gotta give credit to the playmakers of Novaliches
Yes, that's true.
for capitalizing on those opportunities. And we have a final score of 96-87. A 9-point W being nabbed by the Novaliches playmakers. Again, they will climb up to 2-1. And Manila, unfortunately, will fall down to 1-3.
Yes. And great performance by Novaliches, shooting very well in the field, 56%. And then your free throws talaga is very outstanding. 19 out of 22, 86% in the field.
Yeah, only missed 3.
Oh, yes.
So that's phenomenal. But right now for our next game, stay tuned. It's no other than the Binyan Tatak Gel going up against the San Pedro Mamba in a Southern Division showdown. Again, this has been Chopangilinan, Coach Quito Limbo and Renomo Sanchez, and this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Yeah, gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba